All right, so I believe if it just worked, we are live, and so thank you guys for joining on YouTube. Thanks, folks on Discord. I guess it's just Quentin. Quentin, do you want to say hi? Maybe he
Hi.
wants to say hi. Hello. So I'm Alex Markley with Markley Bros Entertainment, and tonight I want to demonstrate doing some animation with YerFace, which is a tool that I've designed for cartoon facial animation, and importing that into Blender. So that's going to be what we're working on this evening. I have a scene, I have some characters, I have some recorded performances. So I'm going to work on the whole sort of workflow. There's some stuff that I did ahead of time to get ready. I'll just kind of show it off so that you can see what I did, but I'm not going to redo it because then we would be here all day. I'm just going to show the fun part. And I have so we're not just streaming. I'm also in Discord, in the Markley Bros Entertainment Discord, which you can find on mbe.tv. But I've got friends, fans, supporters joining presumably on Discord. But for now, like I said, it's just Quentin. And you already said hi, so I won't make you do that again.
Hi, Alex. I can do it again.
So I'm going to do just a quick rundown for folks who have maybe never seen this before, since let's see, since I'm, putting this out on Facebook and whatever. If you have not seen it, Markley Bros Entertainment is a project that my family and I have been working on for a long time. We are an independent film studio that focuses on comedy. And so I've been working on a couple things. First, let's see. Oops, there we go. Whoops. Oh, I'm not in a DOS terminal, so I don't want that. I'm just going to show you real quick what kind of shot I am going to be working on. So you can kind of see what it's going to look like when I'm done. And you may be able to hear this. Hearing it is not the most important thing. Although, Quentin, I'll be interested to know if you can actually hear it.
Yes, hello? Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Can you please come over?
Extremely quiet. It might be coming through your microphone or something.
Thank you.
So
The big guns are on the way.
there we go. All right. So you can see kind of the style of cartoon animation that we're going for. And the scene that we're working on is actually going to be in this same room. And just one other note very quickly before we jump in. If you are interested in checking out our Discord, hanging out with us, and just getting involved in the community, just check out mbe.tv, click on Join Us, and here's all of the relevant links here. In particular, there's our Discord right there. All right. One thing real quick here. I'm going to ping everyone and let everyone know that we're live now. Okay, so let's jump into Blender, and I will show you what I've been working on. I'm going to also try to keep an eye on Hangout text and keep an eye on the chat, the YouTube chat. So if any questions pop up, definitely interested in having a conversation about that. All right, so I'm pulling in my ACES color configuration for Blender. That's not important for the demonstration, but it is important for this project because I'm doing round trip out from DaVinci Resolve out to Blender and then back. So having a well-defined color space that's linear and sane is really important. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this scene and kind of show you what I've got so far, and we can kind of talk about it real quick. So the first thing that I did was I pulled in all of the different clips that make up the performance. So I'm gonna play it, and again, I think you should be able to hear it, but you'll hear these wave files being played in sequence.
Check. Did you know chess makes me sad?
Did you know we're trying to concentrate?
No, Mr. Ghost, sir. I did not know. Why does chess make you sad? Chess is a metaphor for war. Is war how you died, Mr. Ghost? No, but it could have been.
All right, so we have our performances there. There's 3 characters: Linus, Snufflefungus, and the sad ghost who weaponizes his misery to inflict on other people. So I enjoy that a lot. Great, stellar performances from my brother Gabe, my sister Susie, and her husband Drew. All right, so I already pulled those in, already lined them up. Obviously, there's no animation, which is what we need to work on today. But one other thing that I want to show you before we actually start working on animation is this background image. This is the actual background image for this scene. Like I said, it's in Malex's dining room, and Linus is going to be kind of floating over here. Snufflefungus is going to be kind of sitting over here. They're going to be playing chess, and Sad Ghost will kind of appear in this region. And I want to basically import the characters into the scene, and then once they've been imported, I want to use YerFace, which is my open source facial performance capture tool, to automatically overlay their performances onto the rigs. So, and Quentin, definitely, I see you have a question. You should just ask it, because my Discord peeps, they get to participate in the conversation.
I don't want to interrupt your beautiful flowing monologue here.
No, that's all right. Go ahead.
My question was, are you targeting this at coders or artists, or what's your target audience for this talk?
So it's hopefully
I
a
see
little
you
less
using
formal. Less formal than a
JavaScript
talk.
and-
Yes. Less formal than a talk. And I'm targeting a little bit of everybody. I will say, so the YerFace project is still in its infancy. And one of the things about it is that it needs a lot more infrastructure around user interfaces and, plugins and all of that stuff. So it's difficult for me to anticipate what other artists are going to need. So I'm kind of trying to cast a little bit of the art of the possible of what I'm using the tooling for to try to start a conversation, if that makes sense, with the understanding that people who are less technically savvy are probably going to have to wait for some of the tooling to catch up, if that makes sense.
That sounds like a lot of research software.
Yeah, it's YOLO'd. I YOLO'd it out into GitHub, and
At some point, there's a boundary where research software either dies or becomes not research software.
I mean, it's the classic open source. I'm scratching my own back, and then it dies right there. So, but anyway, so I have the scene set up here. You can see lovely Suzanne. There's a tabletop surface. I already set up the camera so that it's aligned, so you can kind of see the table surface. You can see Suzanne there, and the lighting is, close enough for cartoon. And so that's kind of how the scene is set up. And I'm going to start by importing one of my characters. So we're going to see how this goes. This is fingers crossed here. But I have everything loaded up. I just wanted to actually do some of the stuff in live. Hello, Susie. You are live on YouTube. Say hello to the YouTubes.
Hey, YouTubes, how's it going?
YouTube is going great. There's probably viewers in the future, but none right now.
All right. Well,
Always the best.
hello to the future.
Hello
I'm a
to
time
future
traveler.
users. All right.
Yeah, I'm going to go to bed early tonight because of the headache, but it's a little too early right now, so I'm just going to chill, relax a little, hop on and say hi.
Sounds great. Yeah, right now I am working on this sort of this scene. I'm going to be doing some animation live. I'm going to demonstrate how YerFace works, which is going to be kind of fun if it behaves. We'll see.
My face never behaves, but luckily you're talking about the software. Your face.
Oh, I was also talking about your actual face, which we will be featuring here momentarily.
Oh,
I
shoot.
hope I'm not
Oh
I'm
no.
not the only one who giggles every time Alex says something about your face.
Oh man.
No, Hannah
It's
and
my
I
favorite.
still make dumb jokes every time he says it.
That's
So
my
don't
favorite.
worry. So why are you using the standard monkey head thing from Blender?
I am using the monkey head right now. I was using it to test lighting and shading as just a baseline, so you can kind of see the shadows being cast on the table.
Nice.
Standard stuff there. So, anyway, the actual position of the characters is not that important right now. It is not the most important thing, because I will be, keyframing some of the scene blocking and where the characters go and, all the different actions in the scene later. Tonight, what I want to focus on is just importing all of the performance capture data onto the faces, since that's, that's what we're all here for today.
Yeah. All of us.
All of
I
us.
think what you mean to say is we're all here for your face, Alex.
Exactly.
Keep them coming, Quentin.
Just
All
got to
night long.
keep doing it. It's the puns, the punishment for all of us. All right.
Well, Alex names things like that on purpose,
I do.
just to make people say stupid things.
I like to push
Great.
language right to the edge of where it starts to fail being even remotely useful.
Like we
So.
keep trying to refer to that old show, Bucking Sailboat. It's very hard to say that one,
Yeah.
and its shorthand is BS.
Yes. My favorite. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So just a quick note on what I'm doing here. Right now, I don't have a mechanism for I don't have a mechanism for carrying the YerFace plugin configuration along with the object. I do plan on doing that in the next version of the plugin. It just hasn't happened yet. So I have to basically update the YerFace plugin configuration for each character when it's imported. So, a lot of this stuff is just kind of quality of life stuff that's hasn't been done yet. But it doesn't affect whether or not things work. It just affects how fast you can make progress using the thing.
Nice.
So basically, you can see I'm just going from one side to the other here, copying all of the copying all of the configuration from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. And that will make the that will map the actions from the performance that we captured. That will map them properly onto the actual character. And I think that's good. Now, the YerFace plugin is designed to operate in one of two modes. It will operate in network/live mode, or it will operate on data files. So we're going to take a look at some data files here. And again, remember, I started out by showing these clips, which, Susie, you didn't hear, but...
No, but it could have been.
Oh my gosh.
Just, you know, Susie, your best work ever. I just want you to be remembered for this.
Well, it's not my best work, but you know what?
It could have been.
Oh, yes. Perfect.
Who
Okay.
was surprised the other day? Oh, it was Quentin, actually. I got him when I started using like an Elmo voice on chat.
Nice. Nice, nice.
Alex, your typing is now covered by your face. I mean
Oh.
that literally. I don't mean that
Yes,
figuratively.
yes. Thank you for the heads up on that. We'll turn this off just briefly. So again, the performance, we have these wave files, which we've played for you, and you can see how they are loaded up into the timeline. And in the YerFace plugin, we have this file input. So what is the file input, and how do we use it? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play one of these video files for you so you can kind of see what it looks like.
Did you know chess makes me sad?
Okay, so this is a snippet. What?
It's Oscar worthy right there.
I know, right?
Thanks, man. Oscar the Grouch worthy.
So we have the original performance, which I can play here, and it has everything in it. I'm just kind of skipping around. You can
Thanks
kind
for
of
that.
see the whole performance. And what I did was I snipped out 3 clips of it to use, and they correspond directly with these 3 clips here in channel 3, which is all Sad Ghost. You don't actually need to know all of this. I'm just mentioning it because what YerFace does, and I'll demonstrate this a little bit later once we get to Snuffy or Linus. What YerFace does is it takes that video and, roughly speaking, it generates these DAT files, which are what we will use to import the performance. So we have the video, we have the audio, and we have the DAT file. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to go into scene 12, YerFace. Oh, that's not the right thing at all. We're working on scene 8. It's a lot of scenes. It's easy to get confused. So go into Sad Ghost, take 1, segment 1, high quality, .dat. So, and where I want this to start, which we'll just zoom right in here. This is going to start at frame 33. So it corresponds directly with this wave file. So I'm just going to say 33, perf cap, here's segment 1, high quality. We're going to average all of the samples for...
Offended by JSON in a file named .dat.
So it's actually not technically JSON. It's a sequence of JSON objects separated by new line characters. Because
There's a name for that. I forget what it's called.
mess.
Streaming JSON or something.
It's just called a mess.
No, there's a stand. Well, there's a common name for it.
All right, so when I hit do import, because of the way the Blender Python API works, basically at this point, Blender is, it kind of feels like it's locked up. It's not actually. You can see here that there's a YerFace input, But basically what's happening is for every line, oh, it's already done. So it happened pretty quick. It's not a very long performance there. But what it did was it went through every line of the file and took the information from the performance and just mapped it right onto the character. It's super, super simple. There's not a lot going on here. But as a result, what we should be able to do is play, and the performance corresponding to this this audio file right here should show up in sync with the sound.
Did you know chess makes me sad?
Did you know we're trying to concentrate?
So that's it, just that one clip. And the lip syncing is done automatically. The pose of the character, kind of where the head is roughly, you know, eyebrows, eyes, blinking.
Did you know chess makes me sad?
Did you know we're trying?
Sometimes I have to clean up some of the lip syncing. We might see that a little bit later, but I actually think that looks pretty good.
That's awesome, Alex. Way to go, man.
So that's been, you know, let's see. We've been streaming for 20 minutes. At least half of that has been me talking. And I just imported like 7 seconds of animation. So I can do the next one. And it's literally just, now this strip starts at 323. So I'm going to go 323. I'm going to update this to be the next high quality DAT file. And I'm going to do the import again. And again, it kind of feels like Blender's locked up, but then once it's done, you got all these keyframes in here. And I'll just go ahead and play that.
You sad? Chess is a metaphor for war. Is war how you die?
So I feel really great about that also, especially for, you know, first pass. I'm going to switch to, oh no, that doesn't look right at all. Never mind. We'll do this. Okay. So there's that. Yep. And then we're going to do number 3. These kind of knock out real fast once you get going. And I do also kind of intend to have higher level tooling that can basically take your CSV file and you just dump the CSV file in and have it load all of the clips instead of just one at a time. Because you can imagine this can get kind of tedious for complex scenes.
See what you mean about user experience work needed.
Yes, exactly.
Everything that you're typing here is information that already exists and can be automated.
Yeah, exactly. No, it makes total sense that it, you know, these things could be automated. The problem is
There's got to be a way to put a progress bar up too.
Yeah, the problem with the progress bar, and this would be, I'd be very interested to think through how to do this inside of Blender. But basically, you can't be making changes to the scene in another thread while the Blender UI is still open. So, like if you have progress bar, you know, you can do Blender or progress bar stuff, but it can't access the scene. If that makes sense. At least that's my understanding of how the API works.
No,
Also,
random Googling says that the Blender Python module has a progress begin and a progress update and a progress end method.
yes, yes, and it's really easy to segfault Blender if you abuse that incorrectly.
Nice.
It's great. All right, here we go.
Mr. Ghost? No, but it could have been. Check.
Oh my goodness. I love this so much. All right, so this is where I mentioned Blender segfaults occasionally, so we're going to save. And I always just save another revision. That's just
You
my
do any
standard.
customization of this after the fact, or are there just so many keyframes that you basically are stuck with exactly as? Because like that one, for example, I would have loved to see the eyes squint a little more. I feel like the eyes
Yeah.
don't squint very much.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
easily apply an additional scaling to the eyes, or is that?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So I'll only spend a minute or so working on this right now. Usually, once I've got everything imported, then I'll kind of take a step back and kind of feel how the overall scene feels, you know. But what I can do,
timeline with your face.
yes, I have to use my face to examine the timeline. But anyway, so I can open up the dope sheet and just kind of take a look at what the keyframes look like. And often what I'll do if I want to make updates, let's say right here. So yeah, let's say we want the eyes to close more here. So first I will make sure that
Couldn't see what you selected.
yeah, I want to be able to see what I'm looking at here a little more. So I'm going to zoom in.
Whatever you picked in the view menu was covered by your face.
Oh. So the view, it's the menu option is sync visible range. So it means that any timeline related panes will stay in synchronized to one another. So I can kind of zoom in here. And let's just say, so again, right here, I want to close the eyes a little more. And so what I'll do is I'll take the top, I'll unselect all these, top eyelid, and I'll blow out, let's say, yeah, so I'll blow out all of these keyframes, and I'll just delete them, and then I'll do the same thing. Eyelid right top, same range.
It feels pretty painful.
It's not super easy, but it's preferable. It's preferable to having to edit everything, you know. Dylan, welcome to our YouTube live stream.
Whoa.
You are being YouTubed.
Whoa, crazy.
Just
and,
want
and
you to know.
recorded.
And recorded.
What's up? Hold on. Where I just dropped in, you said you were animating the eyelids. I think you said last. Oh my gosh, look at all those keyframes.
Yeah.
You were saying like I remember last time I was on here watching this. You had mentioned there was like a word for what it was called, where you were like assigning all of the parts that could move. I forget what that was called.
Oh, I don't remember. It probably sounded like I knew what I was talking
very
about.
Fancy. Yeah, right.
It probably sounded
Very
very briefly like I knew what I was talking about, but I did not. All right, so what I was doing was I was just demonstrating to Quentin how I might make an adjustment to one of the to some of the keyframes, basically like based on basically like a creative decision. So the automation, the automation just generated all of these keyframes for us. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to sort of demonstrate what it would look like to kind of override and
okay, that's cool.
Make an adjustment. So I just kind of manually tweaked the eyes in this particular moment of the performance. Yeah. And, we're going to zoom back out here and play it. So you can kind of see.
Mr. Ghost? No, but it could have been. Check.
So, and then like I said, I would usually go in and kind of clean it up a little more once everything's in there. But all right, so kind of looking at the scene, I do want this guy. And
yes, the monkey head.
Yes, the monkey head. You can kind of see he's like clipping through the table right now, so that's not cool. Gotta fix that. And I'm gonna.
It's impressive that he can clip through the table like that.
I mean, being a ghost, yeah, he shouldn't be able to.
It's just canon, you know.
What does it even mean?
It's just that means that the table is something Blender knows about, which is impressive.
Oh, I mentioned earlier I spent some time setting up this in the scene. So you can kind of see the shadows from the monkey being cast on the table. And yeah, it's not much, but it's honest work.
It don't pay good though.
It don't pay good. That's all right.
Sad ghost positioner.
Yes. So I'm gonna because Sad Ghost is like a cheap, not really a hero rig. I didn't really put much in terms of like overrideability on it or anything like that. So let's see. We're actually I'm gonna do that again because he was stuck where there was like goofy thing with the cursor. All right, so now I can kind of do that, rotate him around a little bit, and kind of pull him this way, maybe this way a tad, and up.
What is the mask that Blender's drawing?
This
That looks like a mask.
So that is my armature that I'm using for YerFace. So I've got a little outline around it to kind of give it some spatial context, but basically the control points that YerFace is generating map into the armature.
So Alex, as the writer and the animator, how does it feel to have complete control over this ghost and his sadness?
Pretty good, Dylan. Feels pretty good. Feels really good. I might be working out some problems. And I'm okay with that.
Problems make me sad.
All right, so we're going to save. And now that we have kind of finished animating our first character in the scene for just the basic performance overlay, I'm going to jump into the next character. And, we're making great progress here. I kind of like how this is going.
Dylan, why are you Snapchatting me while we're on a live stream together?
I'm only responding to your
Oh
Snapchat.
my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're going to go up here, find Snufflefungus. Now, I did say Snufflefungus is a hero rig, so he's much more complicated. He's also got some legacy problems, like
He's huge.
his scale is way off.
Your mom.
So, yeah, we're going to just dial him down quite a bit here,
Poor Snuffy.
That's all right. He can handle it.
Maybe he shouldn't have had that candy bar.
Yeah, maybe not. All right. So Snufflefungus, he has.
Well, do his his ability to like move objects with his mind in the sense that he can hold things without arms. Does that burn calories?
Yes, it absolutely does. It burns a ton of calories. Absolutely. All right.
Burning
Amazing what
calories
Blender has
makes me
become.
sad.
What's that, Quentin?
I was just saying it's amazing what Blender has become.
Yes, I agree.
So powerful.
It is kind of amazing.
My sweetest friend.
All right. So I'm not going to spend again too much time like positioning all of this or any of that kind of stuff. I'm really just interested in kind of showing the animation piece. So he'll be kind of sitting in this chair, which will there's going to be a lot more like compositing and stuff that goes into this. But as I mentioned, the YerFace plugin configuration needs to be updated for each character. So I'm going to go in here and I'm actually going to close that down. Maybe I'm going to do something. Oh, here we go. Nope, don't save. There we go. Cool. All right. And all of the configuration is in here, so I just need to update this, and then we'll be able to load in all of the Snufflefungus animation.
Ooh.
So none of the defaults are correct because we already updated everything. And don't ask me why, but it's plus x minus y minus z. Again, legacy rig here. I need to do a lot of updating Snufflefungus. Snufflefungus needs
You
all new.
said not to ask why, but how, Alex?
How?
Or
How?
like when, Alex?
How did
When-
that make you feel? Alex?
This turns into a therapy session.
Oh yes,
Real
this
fast.
was a mistake. No, I'm so excited, and actually, this is just a moment to remind everyone: if you are if you just discovered this through YouTube, through my YouTube channel, I am joined by friends and supporters on Discord, which you can find at mbe.tv. That's our website. I'll put the link in the description. But join us and join our Discord because why not? We have a lot of fun.
Be
Just
sure to smash that like button
smash
and enter your
it.
mom's credit card number on the merch store.
Dylan,
Credit card. Oh, actually, yeah, merch. I have merch. I'm not really gonna rep it too much, but this is like a sweet water bottle. Just want you to know that. I'm gonna.
Joined the water bottle
Yes.
army.
I really want one. I know I got to like pick merch when I came for the Christmas thing. I like picked a mug. And so I like my mug, but I need to get a water bottle too.
Well,
I could have
Susie.
stolen one during the con. I could buy one, but that just feels wrong.
Susie, this is why I pay you.
And instead of getting
I
paid
use all my money to
money
pay
to edit,
babysitters.
you can just get paid in store credit.
Yes.
Amazing.
That
But I
makes
can't
perfect sense.
pay the babysitters with store credit.
Well, you can bribe them with merch.
I mean, you think that someone would watch two small children for 8 hours in a day for like a water bottle or a hat?
I mean, maybe if they were really
I
cool,
would-
which they are.
I would question the quality of care my children would receive if that was all they were getting paid.
Oh no.
I'm worried about the causality violation that comes with anticipating motion.
Yeah, it's a smoothing. It's for smoothing, basically. Like the idea is we want to tween a little bit better, because sometimes the output from the neural networks is a little bit jittery, so it just makes it a little easier.
Minority Report all over again.
Yep. All right, so we're gonna pull in Snufflefungus, take 2, segment 1, high quality, and go. Now, if I made a mistake in the plugin configuration here, what's going to happen is it's going to be wrong, and we'll just have to
Violently explode.
No, I don't know if I would say that.
That looks kind of weird.
Yep. So we'll turn off the shader because the shading is a little bit goofy in that preview mode.
Check.
We don't like goofy things.
I also noticed that Drew was kind of rotating him around a little bit during the performance, so we gotta.
Supposed to stretch vertically like that? What's that all about?
That's actually from the performance data. So so Drew can
Yeah,
articulate.
Drew was like trying to make Snuffy bounce a little bit, like.
Yeah, he usually when he's talking he like is very expressive in his talking. So we give him a lot of range of motion that way.
Just come from the height of the face. Like, is he squatting? While
He's got
performing this?
he's got an Xbox controller actually. So he's got a
that's
bunch
actually
of
kinda cool.
puppet rig options that he can use. That's another feature of YerFace. So YerFace takes the actual video of the face to like track, facial pose. It also takes the audio of the performance to do phoneme detection and lip syncing, and it also provides controller input, which you can then map to whatever you want, whatever actions you want. So it can be a little bit fancy. All right. I think what I want to do So I want to go into pose mode here, and I'm going to select this bone and rotate just... Is that right? Oh no. Oh no. See, this is the problem.
Alright.
Is Snufflefungus's internal coordinate system is just completely wrong. So, oops. I need to re-rig
Kind of thing that would
Snufflefungus.
pay dividends if you spent a couple hours fixing that.
I need to re-rig him. He needs new bones. He needs new
He
bones.
That
doesn't
sounds
have
painful.
bones.
Well, he's got all these are bones. All of these are bones. All right, so
Check.
there we go. So we've got. Well, there we can go right into this sad ghost.
Check.
Did you know chess makes me sad?
Did you know we're trying to
Was that you, Susie?
Huh?
You like? Was that an echo? I don't know what just happened. That was really
I'm
weird.
sorry, I'm like distracted because I'm also playing Pokemon.
Oh,
Snap.
Oh my
it
gosh,
sounded like
nice.
Sad Ghost was talking over Sad Ghost, and I'm like, what is going on? And we,
Must be a
Sadness
glitch in the system.
intensifies.
yeah, we still don't have an answer to what happened. Oh, Sad Ghost, why? Okay, so now that we have all this set up, it actually doesn't take that much more effort than for me to jump through. There's 3 more for Snufflefungus. And since I already lined them up, I know this one starts at frame 143. So we'll just jump to 143 and load segment 2, high quality, go. That'll take a second. And I should mention too, I have actually loaded like minutes of animation using this method before instead of clipping everything out. And it does work. It's slow, but it does work.
Did you know we're trying to concentrate?
No, Mr. Ghost, sir. I did not know. Why does chess make you sad?
Chess.
I love that so much. Susie, that was you again. It had to be you. Was that
I
you?
don't know what you're talking about.
She's just messing with me right now so hard. It is too late. I've not had enough coffee yet today for that.
As soon as you said, like, oh, we're working with your face, Susie, like, look at all these sad face lines, I was like, great, later, when he's lulled into a sense of security, I'm going to start, like, screwing with him.
Yep. I knew it.
Yeah, but I
Just
totally
throwing me
got
off.
you that first time.
Yeah, you
I
did.
did.
I was
You're like,
convinced
oh,
there was
man,
an.
that was
I'm like, oh
weird.
no, I got an audio routing loop. Like, what's going on? Ah!
I was
Just
just telling
freaking
some of
me
the
out.
kids the other day about how you were making my computer talk to me from my room.
Oh
when I was a
yeah.
kid. And I was like, I seriously like thought there were demons in the computer.
That's yeah.
War.
Is war how you died, Mr. Ghost?
No, but
No.
We suspect your tricks now, Susie.
Yeah, we know.
Oh,
All right, here we go. So 557.
yeah, I know. I'll stop.
All right, so you can kind of see as I load this in, there's a couple of weaknesses, right? Oh, there's my sump pump. That's a weakness right there. All right. So like we have some performance
Definitely
data.
turn that off, Alex.
Yeah, just turn that off for the recording. Why are my socks wet all of a sudden?
Oh no.
Oh yes. So it's as long as we have performance data, then the characters will behave in an organic manner. Where we don't have performance data, they're going to tween between the previous location and the next location, which is not always bad. But I'll have to overlay some like breathing or something, and maybe copy a couple of, just grab a couple of motions out of the other, earlier parts of the performance, and just kind of suck them in to some of these areas here. This is all part of my cleanup when I go in, and after I've pulled in all the performance data, then I got to block the characters out. Where are the characters? What are they doing? Make sure the actions look good. I have to add So they're playing chess, which is why he says check at the beginning. So I have to set up some stuff on the table here, you know, and so there's a lot of other work going on in here. But the whole idea behind YerFace is that it allows my actors, since they are recording the audio, they're doing a voice performance anyway. Can we sort of grab some of that performance and overlay it in here for free? And it just saves a ton of time because, I mean, I have huge respect for like a Pixar animator where they keyframe every single thing. That is not me, man. That is not me. Can't do that. All right, so I'm noticing something interesting here. And this is not unusual, but I want to point this out because Linus is speaking and Snufflefungus's mouth opens. This is happening because...
Did you know we're trying to...
This is happening because they were both in the same room at the same time. And so you can see Snufflefungus's mic picked up some of Gabe. And I do have some thresholds to kind of stomp that out a little bit, which is why it's not happening all the time. But in this case, it did happen a little bit. This is actually really easy to fix. So I'm glad that it happened just now because I kind of want to show what I do to fix that problem.
Still couldn't quite see it, by the way, if you want to play it another time or two.
Oh, the...
Mouth open.
Yeah, well, I'm scrubbing on the timeline. So you can see... and I'm going to turn off my overlay so you can see...
Snuffy is not supposed to have his mouth open right now.
Yeah, this is Linus, and this is Snuffy. And you can see in the waveform pretty clearly there's just a little bit of leakage from the one channel into the other channel. And Snuffy should not have his mouth open right now. There's the only reason...
Yeah. Go ahead. I was going to say that means that the neural network is using the audio data as input too.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, so the phoneme detector basically fired, which is fine. It's easy to fix. Just clean it up real quick here. We'll go back to the dope sheet and
Amazing that that's really what it's called.
oh, the dope sheet, yeah.
It's
dope.
so dope.
So dope you can't cope.
You know
Oh
what's
my.
dope, Quentin? You know what's dope?
Dope sheet.
Your face.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no. We knew it was gonna
What have you
happen.
created, Alex?
It's a problem. All right, so here are the phoneme channels.
Me? I'm a problem?
Yes.
Oh, man.
All right, so here are the phoneme channels, and you can see it's, you know, real clear pattern here where they're supposed to be, and then here's just this sort of incorrect area, and it's really easy to just, boom, they're gone. And now Snufflefungus is not talking when Linus is talking. So, you know, again, I don't want to misrepresent this process as being, you know, fully automated or like eliminating the need for animators to do animation. It's just to help, you know, huge leg up because I'm saving hours and hours of work here. All right. So now we've got Snufflefungus fully animated for, or at least the performance data is fully imported. I can turn that off. I can turn that off. I don't need to see that. And we can kind of turn that off. Oops. Nope. Nope. There we go. Okay. So again, I'm going to save. And I did promise that I would show a little bit more of what is going on with within YerFace to actually generate this data. And right now it is a command line application, so I'm not going to apologize for that. We do need to do some more work to provide a user interface, but I'd like it to be at least, I'd like the use cases to be relatively stable. So we have all these segment files that get generated, and like I said, there's this video file that gets generated, and I'll show you kind of what this looks like.
Just don't close your eyes. Particularly the snap. MME.
Gabe.
Seeking was terrifying.
Scene.
Yep.
Performance capture for one.
All right, so, you know, there's that. There's the low-quality .dat file, which includes replayable information from the controller, as well as just some other metadata that allows us to actually replay the performance. So the low-latency .dat file is actually necessary.
You know what step 2 of this is, right?
Go live in the woods and give up forever.
No, you have to start applying these, applying this data onto human faces.
Onto what?
You have to start swapping faces with this.
Oh,
Making people say stuff from, you know, make the opposite person say something.
deep fakes and stuff. Yeah.
Fakes.
I mean, I feel like that's pretty well covered, so. You know what? Actually, I'm going to move the... All right. So, again, what I have here is this CSV file with the cuts that I want to make, and I have a script that will basically just run YerFace. It'll clip out the clips and run YerFace on each clip in sequence to create the DAT file that we want. So it will take a minute, but I did want to show it just because this is a key part of the process here. And it'll run 4 times because
Did
Linus
you know
has
we're trying
four,
to concentrate?
4 different performances in this timeline. It actually spends more time loading the neural network into the GPU than it does processing the entire clip. It's kind of funny. I think it's several hundred megabytes. Okay, it's done.
Said goodbye to your face.
Yep.
It's like a death threat.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's terrifying.
All right, so now we have all of our files here. I'm going to do a... I'm just going to extract all the audio as well. So now we have the... so if you're keeping track, we have the original video recording, video and audio. We have the low latency DAT file that has all the controller data and everything else that goes into it. We have our scripts, and that runs 4 times to generate these 4 clips. Each one is a video file and an events file. That these are the inputs to YerFace. YerFace generates this as an output, and then we use this as an input then to Blender as well as to, you know, DaVinci Resolve and whatever
Blender?
video.
I hardly know her.
Oh dear. Okay. My sister, everybody. All right. So now that you've
At some
seen,
point, you're just gonna be like, go get off, go to bed.
I'm just gonna mute her. Oh, what happened to Susie? We don't know.
Question.
All right. So now I'm gonna import the final character. Import the last performance clips, and we will call it a successful night. I hope I don't speak too soon here, because there's always a chance that something is going to go horribly, horribly wrong. I was just working like, I was just working like right up to the minute on getting this model updated. Linus is also weirdly huge. Just mentioning that.
I'm not gonna make a your mom joke.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
That's progress.
That's really
Thanks, Dan.
really
Can we say that
appreciated.
your face is weirdly huge?
Nice. So instead of your mom jokes, we'll just make your face jokes.
All right, that's not right. Oops. All right, cool. So Linus is going to be, I don't know. Wait a minute. That is not correct. Okay.
Your
How did
face
I-
is not correct.
Yeah. Need to
And this Euler guy really screwed everything up for us, huh?
Euler. What?
Yeah.
I missed
You're
it.
applying the transform tab. It's applying Euler transformations.
Euler transformations. I'm not familiar with that.
Your transform tab right now says XYZ Euler.
X. Oh, Euler. Euler, right? This?
I believe it's pronounced Euler.
Euler. Yeah,
I
interesting.
thought it was Euler.
Well, this is for rotations,
Coordinate
which
system rotations, yeah.
yeah. So I was not applying any. I wasn't applying any rotations to the model. What I noticed was, and I'm not going to fix this right now because I'm gonna have to do some thinking about this. I probably need to detach the face armature, he says while he tries to do it. I need
That
to.
mean it was going to try to warp the laptop.
Well, so I was basically applying matrix transformation to the entire hierarchy, and unfortunately, there's relative positionings that are calculated at world scale, and so it just makes the facial rig, like the position of the facial rig bones, meaningless. Like after the transformation. So I need to make sure that the transformation is not applied to the face armature. If that makes sense. It's like I said, I need to re-rig these. I basically had everything set up. Yeah, now that looks correct because I just left the face armature. I left the face armature behind. I don't care. I'll leave it there. I gotta fix it later. I mean, it doesn't show up in the render, so like
Well, that
again
means you can't apply your face to it, right?
No, I can. Because what's happening here is it's not doing. It's not.
That's not actually the armature. That's just extra things that you have put in, extra things you've drawn to show where the armature is.
No, these are the actual armature. But in this case, like the way the armature is applied to the model is not the way that you might expect with like a standard bone weighting. This is basically, these are being used as shape key drivers. So the relative sort of positions and the positions and relative distances between them are being used to calculate like what different shape keys should be applied to the mesh. So the position of them relative to the mesh is irrelevant in this case.
Sure.
It's common, as I understand it, it's common for facial rigs to be rigged that way, whereas like skeletal armatures tend to be rigged with bone weights. Not that I'm an expert because I have no idea.
This is not an instance of punning here, but did Alex's face freeze for anyone else?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was about to ask because it looked frozen on mine too.
It's just
Your
so
face is
sad. It's so
frozen.
very sad.
Uh-oh. I see that as well. So what I'm going to do is, and I appreciate you guys mentioning that, I told you my laptop has a tendency to overheat like crazy here. So I'm gonna leave it streaming and see if I can have OBS restart. So give me 1 second. We'll see what happens when
All right. Well, we've got each other, guys. We won't be alone. If Alex
Hey
just
guys, we're hijacking this live stream. Be sure to.
Can you guys hear me again?
follow Susie.
We can hear you.
Oh,
Hey,
All right.
Alex.
Yes.
Alex, your face is so frozen. Your name is now Robert Falcon Scott.
goodbye.
Good job.
Them.
All
I'm
right.
actually surprised. I've done way worse in my time.
I think I should be back, except for Discord. So I'm gonna try just throwing this up here, and then streaming on Discord. So I'm going live there,
Back.
and I should be back. I think YouTube was able to resume. It looks like it was.
No,
So thanks for letting me know that happened, because otherwise I would not
Yeah.
have.
So
not
your
have
audio
known.
and video are in sync now.
Uh-oh. That can't mean good things. I don't know what that means, but it cannot be good.
No client-side buffer?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Wait, are we talking about Alex's face and his words right now?
It depends
They're
on.
in sync for the first time tonight.
'Cause those are in sync for me on what I'm seeing.
Uh-oh. You guys are scaring me.
They weren't before. We had a conversation at the beginning
Yeah.
about how they weren't.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys are just terrifying me. I just want you to know that. All right.
There's like a small elephant creeping in the room behind you, Alex. You need to watch out for that.
Oh yeah.
And there's a lurker on your stream. I don't know. We should come up with more ways to freak him out.
And it's not working, Susie.
Bummer.
Oh, I'm still in
I
pose
was so
mode. Oops.
invested.
Oops. Okay, yeah.
What have you done to Snuffy's face?
That throws me off sometimes. What? What?
Oh, it was the monkey. I looked down and I thought
Oh, Susie.
you'd
Oh,
wedged something
Susie.
into his face.
Oh my goodness.
Nothing.
Okay, so now that Linus is roughly in the scene, kind of a little bit in the scene, let's actually, one more thing quickly here. We're gonna do, look at, oh no, that's not right at all. We're gonna move the look at points around a little bit, just so that it'll be easier to animate them later. I can do it later, or after the I can do it after the YerFace performance is applied, but it's a little easier if I don't.
Does look at points for the eyes?
Yes. Cool. Yeah. All right. So now I just need to update the configuration for the plugin, and that will take me a moment, and then I can
Definitely need a
load
save
this
and
in.
load button for that.
Well, so I think what's the problem is that I made the decision initially to attach the configuration to the scene and not to the object, which doesn't, in retrospect, does not make sense, because the configuration, all of the configuration properties are related to how the rig should be treated by YerFace. And it would make a lot more sense if it just was attached to the object, because then when I load in the object or link it in, then it would carry over.
I just really made a smooth transition from watching and joining on my phone to my computer.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Everybody, applause for Susie. I'm very impressed. I just want you to know. Curtsies.
Axes are backwards.
Oh yeah, it's so bad. Well, so YerFace actually is in OpenCV space, which, you know, basically it's like X, Y, and then I don't know. It's all messed up. But then also the rig is backward and upside down and inside out, because that's how I do everything.
It does
Face
the
is
hokey
backward
pokey.
and upside down and inside out.
Yeah, it is. There you go. Now you're getting it.
I'm so proud.
What have you done to me, Susie?
Only the best.
Oh no, I have a stitch in my side now. Oh, that's not good.
Do, 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 do.
Actually, copy and paste those strings, and that turns into objects when you select them. And
Yeah. Kinda. It's a little goofy, but as with everything in the
Face
Blender
is a
data
little
model,
goofy.
the Blender data model is really special. Like, really, really special. Like, object names are actually like array keys. And they cannot be duplicated. So if you duplicate objects, it just has this little behavior where it'll just mutate the duplicated object names.
what's with all these objects that all show up as Linus laptop? More words that are getting cut off, and we just can't.
Yeah,
see them.
yeah, it's just different components of the rig. Which I really just need to like massively simplify this and strip out. Like a lot of the stuff that I thought I was going to need all the time, I'd never use, and things that I do all the time, I didn't have a way to bake it in there. So just needs to be
Skipped
just-
over the phoneme settings.
I guess I did. That would not be fun. Have it wipe out Snufflefungus's phonemes with Linus's lines. That would
Does
be
undo work correctly?
not at
across
that
this?
not at that scale. No. There's like thousands of operations that it generates.
Doesn't merge them together into one undo entry.
Blender undo is a little bit aspirational. Just a little bit. I mean, Blender does its best.
Susie,
Oh no.
had to
What
hold
is-
back on something.
Oh. Good job. Good job, Quentin. We appreciate it. All right. Okay, so we're going to do a Linus import.
Frame
Hey.
zero?
Makes me sad.
Sure about that start frame 0?
I am. So this is here. I'll show you.
Because I saw 143 in the properties inspector.
You're right. I have the wrong thing selected, but I know it starts at frame 0.
Good.
Just because, you know, the Linus and Snufflefungus ones all start at the same reference points. So then, you know, I want to take a look here and just kind of make sure.
That looking up makes him look very angry.
Yeah, I see that. Although he is actually angry right now.
Check.
It did not look right.
Yeah, no.
Maybe
it's-
the audio and video out of sync now.
Well, maybe for you guys, maybe. Here, I'll turn my. Hello.
Your video's in sync, but the check did not line up with the
Oh, well, that's
opening.
that's Snufflefungus saying check.
Oh, that would be why.
Yeah. So Linus is just grumbling,
Check.
which I'm obviously going to need to insert some phonemes for because the phoneme detector just didn't even try. It's fine. Looks good. I'm happy enough. You know, and the blocking is all wrong. Where he's located, what he's looking at. That's fine. That all gets updated later.
Face is all wrong.
I mean, don't tell my brother his face is all wrong. He won't help. He won't help me anymore.
I didn't say your brother's face, I said your face.
Oh my goodness.
You can try to deflect all you want, Alex. But you
I've-
know
I brought this upon myself.
Really did.
I
You
made
have to call it your face.
I made choices years and years ago. Years
No,
and years
renaming
ago.
open source projects is the thing that happens all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, this
He won't. He
you're
loves the
implying
chaos.
you're
He
implying
actually welcomes it.
I do. It is so great. All right, here we go.
Makes me sad.
Did you know we're trying to concentrate?
No, Mr.
Nice. I like it. The frame rate is starting to slip because I've got so much going on in here. And another reason why I need to re-rig Linus is because he has too much going on every time he updates. It's really heavy on the CPU, and it's the Python side that's kind of single-threaded, so I just need to simplify that a lot. I've learned a lot since I
Python
did
in the
this.
model?
Yes, actually.
Okay. Sure. Why not?
I'm not sorry, but also I may regret some of my life choices. It seemed like the right thing to do at the time.
I can feel the aura of Quentin's judgment.
I mean, but look at it. It's so good.
I was wondering when he was going to upgrade from the iBook.
Oh no, he's an iBook forever.
We're gonna hit the point where viewers of Malik's Minute have never seen an iBook.
Oh,
May have already hit that point.
oh,
Yeah, we've
oh,
already hit
sir,
that point.
sir, we're gonna hit a moment where viewers of the Malik's Minute won't even know what the frick a laptop is. Like, that's where we're going.
Linus the tablet.
Linus the tablet.
I mean, I'm just imagining all sorts of plot lines where, like, the bottom half falls off or something.
Nice. I love it.
Visit to
That'd
the
be
hospital.
hilarious.
Like he just
The
gets it
problem is
damaged in a
Linus would not be
high-speed
okay
chase.
with that
No, he would not.
because he actually uses the closing of the laptop to function as a mouth so that he can
will
bite
bite.
people.
Yes, he does bite.
He's never actually done this on the Malik's Minute, but they talked about it happening.
Yeah, he might do
Like,
it
he
soon.
got kicked out of a theater because someone tried to sit on him, so he bit them.
I love this. He's like shaking his head. It looks so good.
Is war how you died, Mr. Ghost?
Why is it so expressive? My brother just really, I'm going to show you
Gabe
what
does
that
such a great job.
he does. He's so good at this. All right, so just take a look at this particular clip because it's so good. It's like, in my opinion, this is a perfect example of Gabe's performance mapping on.
That's
And
amazing.
the only thing that we're not recovering is the eye roll.
Is war how you died, Mr. Ghost?
No, but
This is so good.
He's like, he looks just so done.
Seriously.
Oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun with this. All right.
Genuinely sad that I was not there for those recordings, like, to enjoy them.
All right, last one. Here we go.
I hope
So
you're compulsively
disgusting.
hitting save in between each of these, right?
Nah. Nah. I'm just importing data that's
You
already there.
taught
Cat!
me differently. Hello, cat.
Hello, Cat. Welcome to my YouTube stream. How are you doing? You are being recorded.
Disclaimer.
This is why she's not.
For quality assurance purposes.
That's right.
This is why Cat is not getting off of mute.
That is a respectable choice.
That is a reasonable choice. I do respect that. So, and we have a viewer on YouTube right now. Guys, thanks for checking out my YouTube. Oh,
Find
Kat
the
says she's
Discord.
biking home. Bike
And-
safe.
Whoa. Kat and Quentin are both home bikers.
Home bikers.
That's not
Alex, with the one
Actually
viewer
still
on
sitting at
YouTube,
my
are you gonna
desk.
take this opportunity to plug the Discord again?
I was gonna, yeah. So,
Yes.
YouTube viewer. Oh, I
YouTube
was like,
viewing.
I was like, oh, Cat sounds so much different today. Nope.
Sorry, no, my son
That was a
came home.
child.
My 6-year-old is talking next to
That
me.
was a child.
He's like giggling about the monkey head.
Yes. Yes.
One does.
I better go on mute for a minute.
So, to folks who are discovering this on YouTube, this is our website here, mbe.tv. If you just put this into your browser, I'll put the link in the description below later. But definitely check out the Join Us page, where you can find our link to our Discord server. Folks on Discord are hanging out with us right now while we animate the new Malik's Minute episode. It's a blast. And it's Earl. Hello, Earl. Thanks for hopping on and checking it out. Definitely, like I said, you're welcome to join us on Discord. We have everybody hanging out right now. It's getting to be quite a party while I animate this episode of the Malik's
Hi,
Minute.
Earl. Susie here, saying hi.
Hi, Earl.
So,
Earl's a pretty cool dude. He live streams our church services.
yeah,
Nice.
that's how you know it's legit.
That's yeah.
Also, the screaming, that's another way you can tell.
Yeah, I better mute again.
So anyway, I'm actually kind of coming up to the end of this. I was kind of expecting this to take me a couple hours, but here I am, and I'm going to play this now. We've been working on animating this scene for the Malik's Minute. It's a project that is, the one of the featured projects for Markley Bros Entertainment is the Malik's Minute, and it is a show that includes live action, cartoons, and so forth, kind of blended together. So, and the whole point of this stream was just to kind of show how quick and how easy it is for me to pull in performance capture data from my program called YerFace, and then use that performance capture as a baseline. It's not a complete solution, but it is a baseline for an animated scene. So I'm going to go ahead and play this now that we've got majority of this in here. I'm going to turn down some of the stuff so we can kind of see just the characters there, and hit play here, see what kind of frame rate we get.
Check.
Did you know chess makes me sad?
Did you know we're trying to concentrate?
No, Mr. Ghost, sir. I did not know. Why does chess make you sad?
Chess is a metaphor for war.
Is war how you died, Mr. Ghost?
No, but it could have been.
So.
Check.
So stupid.
I know, it just makes me so happy. So here it is. We're not even 90 minutes into me working on this for this evening, and I've got majority of this this scene complete. I already went through, and folks are more than welcome if you joined late to check out the recording of the live stream later, because this has gone really well. It's probably going to stay on my YouTube channel. So folks are welcome to check that out. We already went over this, setup for the scene, got the camera set up. Actually, I can show a little bit more about that in a minute. Got the camera set up, got the audio from the different performance clips all in here in the timeline, and I lined it all up so it felt right to me. The timing felt right, and it sounded good. So then I just started loading in all of these performance clips. So, this is a total of 11 clips, YerFace clips in this scene. It loaded up 3 characters and pulled that all in. We can ignore the monkey. The monkey's not really.
I was gonna say, to someone who doesn't know the show, it feels like it looks like
Yes.
there is supposed to be a monkey head on the table.
I was using the monkey to test the lighting so you can kind of see the shadows and stuff. And that's cool, but we can turn the monkey off now. Goodbye, monkey.
Goodbye, monkey. Get
Goodbye,
out of here.
monkey. So let's talk for just a second about what still needs to be done for this shot. I'm I still need to block the characters out better because their position is very rough where they are. Linus's eye line is wrong the whole time, so we need to fix that. I need to set up the rest of the props in the scene because there are no props in the scene, and they are playing chess, so there needs to be a chessboard. So I'll do that later. And, you know, when I render it out, I need to actually render two layers. So I need to render Linus and Snufflefungus separately from Sad Ghost, because Sad Ghost has a different compositing behavior that gets, you know, compositing Sad Ghost in is a little different because he's special. And then other than that, you know, it gets rendered out. I pull it into DaVinci Fusion, do a composite, and, you know, and then we're done. So I don't think there's much left to do for this aside from those things. And I know that sounds like a lot, but compared to, you know, like lip sync, if you've ever done, and Dylan, maybe you can speak to this, if you've ever really done like lip sync animation, like frame by frame keyframing, it's a huge pain in the butt.
Oh yeah, it's the worst.
Like, I hated it so much that I took a 5-year break to write software to do it for me.
See, the interesting thing about animation is, like, people are like, wow, animating seems so cool, but what they don't realize is that you're just punishing yourself for the sake of art.
Yes, that's what I've learned about all of this. So it's just straight punishment.
Some of our Ohioville 9, like, I think there were 2 Ohioville 9 nightly news episodes where Ash Ketchum was featured.
Oh.
And I found clips of Ash Ketchum and, like, edited them to make him lip sync what we were having him say. And it did take me a lot longer than this has taken you. Like,
oh yeah, like I just did
tiny
this in
clips.
90 minutes, and this is, you know, like almost 700. Well, it's like 650 frames. So I do want to talk for just 1 second about the camera, because this is blending with live action. And this is the simplest kind of shot that we would do for the Malik's Minute, where the camera is just sitting still. It is a still frame in the background, but it is photographic. So we need to match the camera in Blender to the camera in my actual house, right? And you can kind of see like how the scene is organized. It's pretty simple. I've got I'm going to turn some of these things back on. We've got the ceiling here. I'll turn back on the monkey just for fun. There's a monkey. So you can kind of see we've got some lights. We've got the camera here pointed at the table, which is just the top of the table. I'll probably add some more detail into the table later. Just to facilitate shadows and stuff. And then we have our 3 characters. And the magic all comes from the Blender camera being lined up with the real camera. So I actually have, and this is something you can do if you're filming something. I actually have all the details. Oh, that's not the right camera. Here, I'll show you. I actually have all the details of, you know, where the camera was and some details of what was in the shot and all of that stuff written down from when I did the shoot, so that I could basically plug the numbers right into Blender and get a sensible result. However, this is not always possible. And sometimes the result is not exact anyway. So I kind of like to use, I like to like check independently. So if you haven't, has anybody on Discord, have you guys messed with F-Spy before?
F-Spy?
F-Spy.
Not I.
Not Susie. Everyone's on mute. So I just really quick want to show.
You're the only one here who would play with something like that.
I thought you might, Quentin. Quentin, you do stuff like this all the time.
I use proprietary tools for stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Fancy. Somebody very fancy.
image and video manipulation tools are way behind proprietary stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So I'm gonna go here into scene 8, and I'll just load this FSpy project. And this is actually way simpler than it looks. So
Can't see your screen right now.
oh man, good call. All right, so this is way simpler than it looks. Basically, what we're doing is, you load in the photo and you line up some parallel lines. So I decided that the back, sort of the left and right, was going to be my x-axis on the table. The table should be aligned. And my y-axis was the front to back line. So I literally just dragged these points to match up with these edges. And suddenly, FSpy creates this like completely reasonable solution here that actually looks like a 3D a 3D solution for where the camera is. Now that does not scale the scene, so you've got to also measure the length of a line. So then you kind of put this thing right on the edge where you have a measurement.
Like the one in the front is too short.
It doesn't have to be. It just has to be on the edge. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to go from. It doesn't have to be It doesn't have to be a known length. It just has to converge on a vanishing point. So you see these. It's more easy to see on the green one. See how the y-axis converges on a vanishing point out here.
Gotcha.
That's all that cares about. The scale is set by this line, and you can see basically it's affecting where, what the position of the camera is and all that stuff. So I just put in some details about the camera that I know from just it's fixed. The sensor size is known. You just Google it. And then I have Google it.
I have a camera with a variable sensor size, so I couldn't do that.
Oh no, that's weird.
Yep.
Get that weird stuff out of here, Quentin.
Oh, it's an amazing camera, but that's a whole nother conversation.
I'm sure
it
it
adjusts
is.
its sensor. It adjusts the usable sensor size based on the image circle of each lens that's attached.
Oh man, that sounds really interesting.
Great camera.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So anyway, what I'm able to do then is literally just copy and paste these values out from FSpy into Blender, and I'll show you where they go. Really, there's only a few numbers. Like you need the location, you need the rotation of the camera, you need to set the camera sensor size in Blender, and then you can pull out this focal length from here and copy that into here. And then at that point, everything should pretty much line up exactly. And there are Blender plugins to pull in an FSpy project. You can actually load just import the details right out of an FSpy project. But it's so simple just to copy and paste the numbers. I've never bothered installing the plugin. So that's my whole thing. I'm running out of things to talk about. Does anybody have any questions about this scene or what I was doing or animating with YerFace or anything?
And I have lots of questions about YerFace, but I don't think we can resolve them tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is jury's still out on that one.
I mean, questions about YerFace are just they're not appropriate for the live stream.
Well, I have a question about YerFace, but not YerFace.
Yes, I understand. We can take that offline. We can table that one, Dylan.
We'll just wait until Kat gets home. We'll wait for her to bike home so she can make a YerFace joke at you before you end.
I just got to line up and take my.
Yep.
I got to take my punishment.
Take the face.
I was just gonna ask about when are we gonna see post time skip Alex that has a beard?
What? Post time skip?
Hello.
Kat, hello. You are being recorded on YouTube.
For quality assurance.
Yes.
Hi, YouTube.
Yes,
Call is
YouTube's.
important, and it will be answered in the
A
order. in which they arrive.
camera.
Yeah. So
I want to touch it.
David, hello. Welcome to the
Yay.
live stream. You are being recorded on YouTube. Just
I
FYI.
just popped over from the YouTube stream because I was
Oh,
on
nice.
my way home from stuff.
You were our one viewer. Wait, no, we might have two viewers.
We also had Earl.
Earl was on there too. I think he got off really fast.
I don't blame
Scared
him.
him away.
He was like, "Oh, what is this?
This is not what I wanted. He saw your face and he ran.
I don't need this in my
Oh,
Can't
life."
deal with these crazies.
I love the way that this renders as you like adjust the scene. It reminds me very much of like progressive JPEGs in the 90s.
Oh yeah. Well, so I've got a few different renderers that I can use for preview. So this is
That's ray tracing, real-time ray tracing or something.
yeah, yeah. This one is the new bench renderer. I don't actually know what it's called, but it's kind of goofy the way it works, and it's not super accurate. This one is actually a preview mode of cycles. So this is the ray tracer that I use for production. It's just running at like a much lower quality, and it's running progressive instead of tile by tile.
I gotta
You don't have a-
hop off, but I just wanted to say that this is amazing, Alex. I'm really impressed, and
Thanks.
I'm cheering you on.
Thank
You're
you.
making such cool stuff. I'm excited and happy to be part of this crazy team.
We are making cool stuff together. Thank you for hopping on, Susie. Have a good night.
Yeah. Have a good
I'll
night.
see you around.
Good to chat with you all.
Nice,
Bye.
Susie. I'll take
Bye.
care of the puns while you're gone.
Yeah. Give all the your face jokes
Yes.
for me, Quentin.
Well,
So Quentin, you were in the middle of asking a question.
I was just talking about how the renderer looks nice, and I'm surprised you don't just have like a 3090 doing hardware ray tracing.
I do have a 3090, and it is doing hardware ray tracing, but it's actually
Well,
running.
Why is it rendering so slowly?
Well, so what it is, because I'm testing, I'm checking the cycles shaders, so it's actually implemented in CUDA right now. There is an OptiX implementation, but I have not successfully compiled it yet. This is a custom build of Blender, actually, and these tune lines here are all using a not upstreamed patch.
You wrote?
I did not write it. I got a mad props to Miguel. Hold on, I'm gonna butcher his name. Hold on.
The tune lines, as you called them, are very impressive.
He did an amazing job, and I am legitimately gonna kick off a full campaign to like get it merged because it is so good. Let's see.
But if you're trying to talk, we're not hearing anything.
Can you hear me now?
See the David I was talking to.
Oh,
The
David.
geek
Right.
2448.
Sorry, I'm in the car, so there's probably road noise coming through. Sorry about that.
Got it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so check this out. If you go to YerFace.live, I am actually maintaining Blender LTS 2.93 builds with this patch enabled. And Miguel Pozo, I hope I'm not, mispronouncing that, has provided a patch to Blender that includes, I think, 3 different implementations actually of this of this shader node that provides basically like depth testing, like proximate depth testing. And so it works in the bench, it works on cycles, and it works in Eevee. And it's been floating out there for a while, has not been merged. So,
Are there any
You know.
real reviews of it?
no, none. It's horrible. What I need to do is really drum up some support. There's some benefits to using this outline method that do not work with any other method. Most notably that this method is stable in reflections, whereas all the other methods either hack the geometry, which is horrible, gross, or they are not stable in reflections and need to be baked from the perspective of the camera. But
I'm amazed how slow this is if it's CUDA ray tracing.
I mean, I was actually kind of amazed how fast it is. It used to be so much slower. Yeah, this is also not Cycles X. So Cycles X, which is there's no LTS build of Cycles X yet, but it's something like 10 times faster. So it's kind of crazy. So anyway, yeah, I should probably wrap up the live stream since we are kind of coming up on, you know, oh, Earl said he was still here. And then he said he was leaving. Goodbye, Earl. Thanks for watching. All right.
Well, that's a whole different kind of pun. Bye, Earl. That was quite the song.
Oh my. Well, I'm gonna wrap up the YouTube live stream here.
The Discord.
What's that?
Supposed to plug the Discord again.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like button.
Yes. Smash the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah. Once again, if you found us from YouTube, first, thank you so much for checking this out. Definitely really interested in continuing to build some momentum around sort of behind the scenes, some technical excursus of what we're doing. And, YerFace is an open source project. So go to yerface.live and there's a bunch of links all over the place for source code and all that stuff. Would love to just engage with people in conversation about it. See where it goes. Right now it's something that I'm using clearly for production of our shows, which are very important to us. But it's also something that I think could have some value. It's a different method than some of the other commercial projects that are out there, and certainly different than some of the open source projects I've seen as well. So could be fun. I think there's no reason why we couldn't build up, graphical user interface and kind of streamline it and improve the user experience. But this is all for Markley Bros Entertainment. We're an independent film studio based out of Ohio. And connect with us. So check out mbe.tv, click on the Join Us page. Check out the Discord. That's where all of my friends were chatting with me the whole time. And you are welcome to hop on as well. We have channels for technical conversation, and we have hangouts and all kinds of fun stuff. We have a lot of fun together. Also, we are fan supported. So there's no corporate sponsors, no big advertising dollars or anything like that. So always happy to plug the Patreon as well. Anyone who, first off, shout out to our Patreon supporters, Kat, who was on earlier, and the Geek. So Dylan, David, a bunch of people, all supporters. Thank you so much for supporting us. And if you're not supporting us on Patreon, consider it. We're making open source software. We're trying to enjoy, making some contributions to how people can use Blender to make art and make fun stuff. So love to have you check it out. And nobody can see my screen. So that's here, mbe.tv. Join us, Discord here, Patreon here. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good night and good day, or whatever works for you.